Guys, my name's Chen and welcome back to another Minecraft PS4 Bedrock video. Today it is Christmas Eve, so happy holidays to you all. If you're in that time of year where you are looking for something to add last minute or last second to your Minecraft world, Christmassy themed or not, I'm going to show you how to build a snowman. Let's do this. If you like the video, make sure to go and hit that like button, go and subscribe if you're brand new, hitting the notification bell for the latest videos and updates from your boy HN. But let's go and build a snowman! Just outside Santa's grotto right here, this is where we are going to go and make our snowman, and what you are going to need for this snowman, which is a very optional sort of thing, but preferably what we are going to use is white concrete, white wool, block of quartz, maybe a bit of iron, and last but not least, we are going to get ourselves some actual snow. You're going to also want to need, for the actual orange carrot looking nose, you're going to need orange wool. Then for the polka dots of the actual snowman, we're going to use black wool. And then last but not least, for the twig arms, we are going to use black terracotta. So with these white blocks here, you can choose whatever ones that you use, but we're going to take out the iron and we are going to take out the white concrete, and we're just going to use these main three blocks right here. So, what you're going to want to do first is, with this snowman, we're not going to do the regular sort of like cube on cube snowman. I will show you that later, but for now, what we're going to do is, we're going to do sort of like a circular snowman. So, we're going to get our snow block, and what you're going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then repeat that over here. So, you got 3, 2, 2. Then what you're going to want to do is go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So then what I've done is I've actually pushed all this back right here, so now the circle actually looks like a oval sort of shape. So right here you've got a 2, right here you've got a 2, and then we've just added 2 extra blocks, 1 backwards, and then this is still 3. It's all the same on the other side. And then what I've done here, I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then done 2 others across. So then it looks like this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take that away, take that away, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add these 2 bits onto here. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start adding on some layers. Because what we're going to want to do here is basically try and create a sort of circular bit, because this is going to be where like the bottom of the snowman's actually going to be. And I know it ain't going to look like anything right now, but once we start building the layers onto it, and once we start actually creating it a bit more and more, adding the bits of detail onto it and everything, it will definitely, most certainly, look like a snowman. Alright, so now we've basically done a whole ring around now. What you're going to want to do is place these pointed arrows on this bit, and then what we're going to do is literally just build this up. So we're going to make this look like a little bit of a pointed star. Now what we've done with these side bits here is, what I've done is taken those 2 pointy extra blocks away, and I've basically started building up on this layer right here. So what we're basically going to be doing is the same what we've done with the front and back and side, but with the only differences with this side bit is it's pretty much going to make a, how do you describe it, all connected together and that. So when you do this, it should just connect together like dot to dot. So once we've done this, we can just build it and build it. So then it should look something like this. So then you should have a spherical sort of shape happening at the bottom of this here. So then what we're going to want to do after this is to fill in the corners, and what we're going to do is just go around like this. So we're going to just build on top of each other. So the best thing to go around this is, if you forget the one pattern on one side and you're scared that you won't remember what to do on the other sides, just copy what you do on one step by step and just repeat that all on sides, so you're doing the same step on all the ones at the same time if you're doing this on your own. So you're just going to build this up and do that. So you've got this little corner bit here that's filled this up. And what we're going to try and aim with this bit here is we want to have a sort of like, we don't want to have any like cut edges like that, because no, we don't want to make this like a big snowball. We want to make this a snowman, not a snowball. So for this, we're literally trying to create some background texturing with this, so then it just doesn't look like too bland with how the blocks are being laid out or anything like that. What we're going to do for this bottom bit here is we're going to go get that point on there, because that should have already been there to begin with, and we're just going to build down, and we're going to have something like this. So we're just going to fill in the spaces and keep on doing that. So then the bottom bit should be around near done. So we've got the front and back bit done. So what I would want to do to add a little bit more extra detail on that, so make it a little bit more chubby on the bottom, is I just want to add a little bit of this around here. So we're just going to add another bit of like a front bit on, and just do this. This isn't really important, but if you want to leave that out, that is very, very, very much up to you. But now we have got our bottom laid of a snowman done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and fill in this top bit, and we're going to start on the next layer, which is going to be a little bit smaller, but that is the next exciting bit. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to get our snow, and we're going to follow this little pattern that we got going on here. So then we're going to just build the outline of this. So then, once we have done it all together, it should look something like this. So then, you've got the little start of the next bit, but with this bit, it's going to be a little bit smaller. And yes, if you do want to make the snowman basically a bit bigger than that, and you don't like the size of this, just go back on the video, and whatever dimensions I did for the bottom layering, pretty much all you need to do is just double that. So, what I've done here is to outline the actual quartz and that on the outside, and then what I've done with these pointed 4 corner bits is just built them up by 2. So then you've got 2 layers there, 1 layer there, 1 layer there, and 2 layers there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do what we did with the bottom, but we're going to do a smaller version of that pretty much. So we're going to add that, and we're just going to add a bit of like flaps on the end. I'm just going to raise it up by 1. And you're basically going to repeat that for all the 4 corner bits, or 4 points, whatever you want to call them. So then, once you've got this little thing here, if you think this looks a little bit small like it does look right now, what you might want to do is just raise it up a bit, 1 block or 2 block, if you want this bit to be like kind of tall in that. Because if you don't want them to have like sort of like a tiny belly looking thing, then do what I'm doing right now. But I'm just going to move everything up, because when we don't want to move everything down, because if we move everything down, then it's going to look very, very strange. But you don't want to have it too tall where it's like chest bit's like higher than his like bottom bit and that, because the main bottom bit here is at the height it is at, so then it adds some like height, a little bit of a snowman feel to it, so it ain't going to feel like a midget snowman that you're making. So we have raised this up right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to just connect the dots now. So we're going to add these corner bits up. A bit of a change of plan before we do actually start that. What I want to do with this is I just want to edit this a bit, so then we get like a nice sort of pointed bit here. So what we're going to do with this is we're just going to build this up a little bit more, so then we get that nice pointed bit that we did have on the bottom beforehand. So you see what I'm doing here? We basically just build that up, so it should look something like this. So then what we're going to do with this is we're going to just add that on, and we're going to do the same with the sides as well. So we're just going to go around here and do the same exact thing what we've done. So then all the way around you should have a nice little snowman tummy going on right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go like this around these side bits. So we're going to cut off that bottom bit, nice and neat, just as shown. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to build a block in front, take that away, build a block in front, and then basically fill in the gaps right here. Remembering not to leave this block here. And we're just going to keep on going. And then we should have something like this, which looks very nice indeed. And we don't really want to have this like random line going down, so what we're going to do is just blend that in a bit so then it doesn't look like just bare or naked. And we're just going to build, build, build. So then we should have something like this. Now what we're going to want to do after this is to essentially just connect these bits here, which I mentioned earlier beforehand. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to just connect this up like this. So we're not going to cut any corners. So we're just going to connect it up like that. And then we've got ourselves a top-end area right here. So what we're going to do, last but not least, is to create the snowman's head. We basically just flattened that off, and we've added a bit of extra side bits onto there to make it look a bit more ovaled. And what we're going to do now is basically create a scarving bit for this area right here. So what we're going to use for that is green wool, and for the tip of it we're going to use red wool. So nice and simple materials here, and nothing too complicated or difficult block-wise. So what we're going to do is literally just right around here. We're just going to make the scarf, so then what our plan is to basically is to wrap around here, so there isn't exactly a perfect sort of circle we're aiming here for, but we're just aiming for like a raggedy looking sort of scarf. So we're going to have some random blocked bits going off like this, and we're just going to keep it on going, and we're just going to make it like this, and we're just making a essential sort of first shape of this, because I'm gonna change this a bit and that, but we don't want to like just jump into it and make it right now, because we're just sort of wanting to create the after shape of it. So what we're gonna do is this, and we're gonna go like this, like this. So the scarf should look something like that, essentially, but we're not wanting to make it look nice and neat and perfect, so we're just going to take away a bit there. And then what we're going to do with this is we're going to just build down, and we're just going to do this. Keep looking at it as well, keep in mind, because you don't want to make this too perfect looking. And then what we're going to do is change these blocks here and add some redness to it. Yeah, so let's do it. So the snowman head right here is, we're gonna make a little bit of an adjustment. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3. And where we're basically building this is, we're basically building this on the tip blocks right here. So you should get 4 and 4 on the sides, and 3 and 3 on them. And then what we're going to want to do is, I think we'll change that. So then we're going to get these 2 blocks back. Get that block back, and that block back, I mean, sorry. And then what we're going to do after that is, we're going to essentially just create the shape of the head now. So we're just going to do something like this. So it's not going to look like a perfect circle, because we're wanting to get a bit of detail on this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3. So we're going to build 2 up, and then 2 more up, 1, 2, 1, 2. So then it looks something sort of like this. And then what we're going to want to do is essentially just create this. So then you've got something like this. So I'm going to repeat that on different sides. So let's do it. Basically what I've done with the front here, I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then done 3. So basically made a 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, rectangle. Then I've added 3 on each side and a point on here, and I've done with the same here as well. So what we're going to do for this bit here is well, this is going to be the tricky bit, because we don't want it to squish like right here. So the plan is, what we're going to do is, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go 1, 2, and we don't really want to risk it too much, but I think, you know what, it might actually work if we end up like connecting this bit a little bit. So what we're going to do is go and add that back, because we didn't mean to take that away, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and basically build to the height of the front and back of the head. And then what we're going to do is go like this, and just connect it up. So it's going to look something like this, and we're going to do something sort of like that. And then what we're going to do is just add some texture on the front. I'm just gonna connect these up. So this is the snowman's head. So now what we're gonna do is we're basically just gonna take this and we're gonna just make a little 1 block back outer rim edge. So we're gonna keep on building, and do copy what I'm doing here. So if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm basically putting 2 blocks like this, so then it looks something like that, and I'm gonna just put 1 block down. So 1 block inwards, and another block there, so it's 2, and then 1 block down. So then we should have the snowman's head right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, last but not least, do the hat, so then it looks a little bit more complete. So with the hat right here, what we're going to do is we're going to go and try and experiment with this, but with the hat what we're going to do is just follow the outer rim of the head. But what we're going to do with this is we're not going to cut any of the corners off, because we want to see how this looks first, most importantly, because this is going to be like the trim of the hat, or I should say top hat. And we're just going to build, keep on going, and it should look something sort of like this. So if it doesn't look right exactly the first time, we'll just change it and edit it bit by bit. But what we're gonna do is just add those bits, because this bit does look a bit weird to the head, so we're just gonna change this a little bit. So then we should have something like this going on. So then goes up like this, and we just add that extra detail up here, as we might have nearly forgotten, thank God we didn't. Alright, so then once we've got this, what we're going to do is with the top of the hat, we're going to just go around, so then it hits this bit, and we're just going to make a squarish rectangle, if I'm correct. So then it should look something sort of like this. But I think what we might do is just extend this out a bit, so then we have a more of a detailed bit to work with. And just keep going like this. So with this, we've got the hat going on, and then what we're going to want to do is build this up a little bit. So with this, what we're going to do when building it up is we're just going to go like this as shown. So follow me when I do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Alright, so with this top part here, it might look a little bit funny at the minute, but do bear with me. So basically what I've done is I've made it like this shape right here. So sorry if you can't see it at the minute, but I've basically done like a 3 sort of like zigzag sort of thing. So 1, 2, 3, but put this 1 block up there, and then done the same with the bottom, and it's got 2 siding. And then I've done a little bit of detailing to make it a bit more like overall better shaping, and that so it doesn't look like too flat or squared or anything. Then last but not least, what we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to get your red wall again, and what we're going to do is we're just going to change these blocks around here, And essentially what we're going to do is just make a little red like outer rimming for this, because you don't want to make it like too black. Like if you just want to make it like a plain black hat, then that's really up to you. And what we're going to do is we're just going to get ourselves a golden block if we can. Bada bing boom. And what we're going to do is literally just add that there. So we've got ourselves a top hat done. So last but not least is to do the face, the dots down there, and the arms. What we're going to want to do for these eyes right here is we're going to just make 2 eyes. Then we're going to make the nose, which are going to go 1, 2. And then we're going to do the mouth. So we're going to go 1 block in, 1 block in, and 1 block in. So then we're just going to connect the dots like this. And then just do that. So then we've got ourselves the snowman's face. Then what we're going to do is do the actual dots. So for this, we're just going to go 1, 2 with a 2 block spacing. So from here, 1, 2, block, 1, 2, block, 1, 2, block. And then I think we're going to get 1 more block. And then with this, I think, you know what, we're going to move this up a bit. We're going to move this up a bit so it looks a bit more symmetrical. So then we're going to add a block there and a block there. So there we go. We've got essentially our snowman right here. So now what we're going to need is the black terracotta to make the arms. Now for this you can use wood if you want to be a bit more authentic, but for me I really want to get to capture that detail with the arms, so well, that's what we're going to do right now. So these arms, they both ain't exactly going to be the perfect sort of shape, but really depends what your starting block is that you want to be, because since this is a 2 block you can either start there or there, but for me, just for the presentation wise, I'm going to start here. So what I'm going to do is just build out 1, 2, then 1, and then go down, 1, 2, and then 2, and then just keep looking at it, see how it looks. But then we're going to make one of the fingers, and just keep on going. And we're just going to create that. And we're going to keep on going. And we'll do something like that. So, doesn't exactly look the perfect as it does right now. It might look a bit weird, but we are trying to recreate ourselves twigs here. But considering we've done the snowman kind of like smallish, we don't really want to make like 2 big arms. So if you want to do something like that, that's really up to you if you want to make them look goofy. But with the arms right here, what we're going to do is simply just do that with that. So that one's going a bit lower down. Then what we're going to do with this is we're just going to make this one. So then it's going up nice and high. So we're going to make this one going up high. So then I think that's pretty much it for what we want to do with the snowman's arms, because since we made the snowman kind of a bit like of a tiny version of it, we don't really want to make the arms too massive. But if you made a bigger snowman by doubling the measurements of what I've done, basically what you just need to do is just with the arms make another branch. So you've made 1 branch, make it 2 or 3 blocks longer, and then just go 2 or 3 blocks lower. But apart from that, guys, yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm really in love with the snowman. But yeah, I genuinely love what I've done with it, and I couldn't be more happier with it. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy the snowman building video, make sure to hit the like button, go and subscribe. And if you'd like more like this, or in a different theme, let me know. But I've had so much fun making this build, and this was literally out of scratch. That's what makes it even better. But with whatever you end up with watching this video, if you do end up using this design, you are more than welcome to make it your own. But if you do want to make changes or edits, you can do. But this snowman, he is looking dead cute, and he's looking just absolutely adorable. But apart from that, guys, I love you all. Hit the like button, go subscribe, and that is it from me. Tomorrow it will be Christmas, so do expect a Christmas video from then. But apart from that, happy holidays and Merry Christmas Eve.